Today we'll discuss a topic on electric lifts. Introduction. Electrical lifts have fast become an essential element of vertical expansion of urban, military, residential complexes. The complex mechanism involved for smooth, speedy and safe functioning of electric lifts calls for a comprehensive and easy to use detailed instructions so that MES can effectively provide this dimensional service for trouble-free functioning of lifts in defense installations. Introduction. The lift is authorized as per scales of accommodation for defense services. The Indian specification for lift is IS 14665. The lift can be classified according to the reuse. There are four main types of lifts. Number one, passenger lifts. These are meant for human beings exclusively, and while designing these lifts, human comfort and convenience are given prime consideration. These are available for car sizes to accommodate 4, 6, 8, 10 to 13, 16 and 20 passengers and standard speeds of 0.7, 1, 1.5, 1.75, 2.5 and 3 meters per second. Goods lift. These are mainly for transport of materials but may be required occasionally to carry passengers. These are available for standard loadings of 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 3000, 4000 and 5000 kg and speed of 0.25 to 1 meter per second. Third one, hospital lifts. These are installed in hospital, dispensary, clinic and designed to accommodate one bed oblique structure with sufficient space all around to carry a minimum of 3 attendants in addition to lift operator. Normally passengers also travel in these lifts, hence rated load of this lift is equal to that of passenger lift of the same area. Standard loading of 15, 20 and 26 passengers and speed of 0.5 to 1.5 meter per second are normally available. Next one, service lift, passenger cum goods. These are used for carrying materials along with the people. Its car area does not exceed 1 square meter. Inside height and capacity also doesn't exceed 1.25 meters and 250 kg respectively. These are available in speeds from 0.25 to 0.5 meter per second. These are mainly used in hotels, restaurants, banks and laboratories, etc. These lifts shall have buffer railing in the car at suitable height to prevent damage to car panels when goods are transported. Now we will see essential components of lifts. Number one, machine. Two types of machines are used in lifts. Number one is geared. It consists of worm gear reduction unit with a driving sheave on low speed output shaft and brake pulley on the high speed shaft. Geared machines are rarely used for speed beyond 350 feet per minute because of excessive problems with noise, vibration and wear of gear, etc. Next one is gearless machines. For high-rise buildings, to reduce the round trip time (RTT), gearless machines are used. In this, a grooved driving sheave and a brake pulley are directly mounted on the shaft of driving motor. Brakes. Electromagnetic brakes are generally used. These are generally operated with direct current supply. The brake shoes are provided with brake lining which is of copper woven type. Ropes. Lift car is raised and lowered by hoisting ropes which pass over the machine driving sheave. At least 3 ropes of dia ranging from ½ inch to 1 inch are used in parallel for traction purpose. Apart from traction purpose, ropes are used for speed governor, selector, terminal limit switch, etc. of sizes varying from ½ inch to 3/8. Sheave. Sheave is pulley over which wire rope pass for traction purpose. In geared machine, it is fitted on the output shaft of gear and in gearless machines on the shaft of driving motor. Diverter pulley. It's an idler pulley to change the direction of ropes. Counterweights. Counterweights are necessary to provide traction and balance weight of the car plus 40 to 50% of maximum car load so as to reduce the size of motor. Governor. The device is provided in the lift machine room to stop the lift when the speed increases the predetermined value. It works on the principle of centrifugal force and is driven by governor rope. Next part is guide. 4 guides are provided. 2 are for the car and 2 for the counterweight. T-guide rails are universally used. IS 14665 Part 4 specifies that round and cast iron guide rails are not to be used. Next part is buffers. Electric lifts are provided with buffers in the pit under the car and the counterweights. Spring buffers are used for slow speed and oil buffers for high speed lifts. These are provided on the channels fixed at the bottom of the guide rails. The use of buffers is to stop the car in case the lift over travels beyond the terminal limits. Next, door and door operations. Passenger lifts have horizontal sliding doors. These are either single sliding or center opening types. Central opening types are preferable as they reduce time for operation of doors. This reduces the round trip time and thereby waiting time. The door operator is mounted on the lift car and is driven by electric motor. Doors are fixed on every floor and in the elevator car to protect user from hazards during the operation. A door safety mechanism is provided which does not allow the lift to start if the doors are not closed. Next item is selector. The function of selector is to give the car position information to the controller and the operating system so that automatic stops may be made at the selected landing. The selector consists of many switches. It has slowing switches, stopping switches, car direction switches, car position switches, leveling switches, etc. Next item is traveling cables. All electrical connections to the car are made by means of multi-core hanging flexible cables. One end of the cable which is connected to a terminal box fitted under the car or above the car top. The other to a terminal box fitted in the wall approximately in mid position. Hoisting motor. This is very important part of the lift. Following type of motors are used in lifts. Number 1, direct current motor, DC motor, and other one is AC motors, alternating current motors. Now selection of motor depends upon A, supply characteristics, car speed, quality of service to be provided. Next part of the lift is controller. This is located in the machine room. It consists of relays, contactors, step-down transformer, rectifier, phase failure, interlocks, etc. The controlled voltage is around 100 volt. It is the heart of the elevator system. The controller basically performs following 3 functions: motion control, operation control, and door control. Car. It is a load carrying point including its platform, enclosures, and car frame and car door. The car platform must be large enough to accommodate passenger or freight without undue crowding. An average passenger requires 2 square feet of floor area to feel comfortable. The standard dimensions of various types of lifts are given in IS E534 as per Appendix A1 to A5. Next important part of the lift is machine rooms. Machine room is provided for and restricted to the housing of lift machine and associated equipment. At least 2 sides, there shall be a minimum distance of 450 mm between any part of the machine and adjoining wall, and where necessary a steel joist can be provided above the machine to facilitate lifting heavy parts. It should have a clear height of not less than 2500 mm from the floor provided. Where the lift machine is installed on a pedestal on the floor, there shall be a clear height of not less than 750 mm above the highest point of the lift machine. At least 1 socket and plug for a hand lamp shall be provided in the machine room. The lift switch shall be fixed adjacent to the machine room entrance and kept clear of refuse and shall not be used for the purpose for the storage of articles or materials other than those required for the maintenance or operation of lift and locked against unauthorized access. Now see the provisions as per various codes and bylaws. Lift shaft valve to be of 2-hour fire rating. vent of at least 0.2 square meter on top of the shaft. Machine room preferred on top of shaft. Landing door to be at least half hour fire rating for heights up to 15 meter and 1 hour for above 15 meter. Car door to have fire rating of 1 hour. Collapsible gates are not permitted for buildings 30 meter and above. Provision of fire lift at least one should be provided. Intercom required in lift car for building 30 meter and above. Indication at or near lift landing not to use lifts in case of fire. Fire lift to be directly accessible to every lettable floor. Capability to be at least 8 passengers with automatic doors. Power supply to be independent from the mains with a cable routed safe from fire. 24-volt supply for lights and fans. Provision of fireman's switch. Fire lift to be marked with a fluorescent paint at each landing. Speed to be such that topmost floor can be reached in 1 minute from the ground floor. The lift cable should be separate from the other cables from the intake board. Each lift to be capable of being isolated from mains and locked. Supply to the car light to be from a separate circuit with control in machine room from a source of independent of the mains. At least one socket outlet suitable for hand lamp or tools should be provided in the machine room. Pilot to be provided with lights controlled from the lower terminal from floor entrance. Trailing cable for lift components not incorporate conductor for lighting. Lift service to be available for 24 hours for all floors. Lift is not to be used as a means of escape. Machine room not to be used for any other purpose. PA system in car with speaker, telephone assembly. Now let us see the specification of lift. Passenger lift. Number 1 is passenger goods or service. Number of lifts required. Load, number of persons. Rated speed. Travel in meters. Serving, that number of floors to be served. Number of floor service. Inside size of lift well. Clear inside size of lift car. Provision and size of machine room. Position of counterweight. Type of control. Type of operation. Car entrance door. Type of signal system. Landing call registered indicator at all floors. Voice announcing system. Digital position indicator in all landings. Single stroke gong with directional arrows at all floors. Interphone system. Overload warning indicator. Battery operated alarm bell and emergency lights. Fireman switch at ground floor. Landing entrance. Location of landing entrance. Whether it is on the same side or on different floors. Type of rescue. Manual. Is neutral available for control circuit. Electric supply. Proposed date of commencement. Proposed date for completion. Thank you.